Hello, I'm Luis, and today I bring you my show and tell presentation about intersectionality and positionality. I'd like to start with my first item, which is nail polish. Although it is a normal day to day item, for me it represents a segment of my life where I was exploring my gender and understanding who I am. At first, I used nail polish as an aesthetic choice since I used to be really into the emo subculture, but as time went on, putting on nail polish felt reassuring about my gender, which is agender. Until that point in my life, I was very much living in a traditional masculine way, but nail polish helped me feel a little bit more androgynous, which made me feel more aligned with my gender. Although I wouldn't say I hate being perceived as a man, I still would like to be able to be more androgynous presenting, and since I don't feel completely aligned with being a man. As a non-binary person, As a non binary person, I have definitely experienced the awkwardness that comes with sharing my identity to others, as most people have known me for my entire life as a man. And also because it might be off putting since I present as very masculine. Through this identity, I have had a lot of intersectionality with other fellow LGBTQ members that is currently being scrutinized and attacked in light of recent events, such as last month when President Trump announced an executive order that would require the government to only legally recognize two genders. Though I personally don't have myself listed as agender in any legal documents, this executive order is only a taste of what is to come from hateful mobs. On a more personal front, I've had to encounter the disagreements that come with family members that don't believe my identity is real or that I am making stuff up, right? But I digress. Now, for my positionality, I know that I am an able bodied assigned male at birth, which are two large privileges in our society, unfortunately. Being born male entails that I won't have the same struggles as the women in my life, which is almost every person in my life. As in my experiences, almost any masculine space that I've stepped into has had some sort of misogyny going on, whether subtly or overtly. And this puts me in a weird situation where I would say by default, I have some space in my interpersonal relationships. And it's a little bit isolating, right? However, I understand that being a man does it is I get male privilege from that, as I don't have to worry about horrible tragedies as much, like what happened on campus literally yesterday, because simply I am just like male presenting. And with my privilege, I try to at least make the women in my life like use it for a positive thing, such as with what happened last or yesterday. Sorry, um, I wanted all my like friends to know that if they ever need a buddy to go somewhere, that I'm always down for it, because I what's it called? It's just very tense times. It's scary, and yeah, this is pretty much like I understand that I am a man still in society, and since I don't really like openly enforce it, I'm an agender person. But I do. I've had some of the awkward experiences that comes with sharing the identity, and I understand where I am in society as of now. Now, my second item is this little plush dragon, who's very very cute. Um, he's kind of like a physical manifestation of my dreams and goals, as I come from a Mexican American background and the border here in Texas, and I've seen what it means for places to lack resources, opportunities, or just a chance. The reason why this dragon serves as a reminder of where I come from and what is my mission is due to the story of how I got him. During one of the regional competitions of my high school robotics team, We stopped by a place, I don't remember exactly where, but once I walked into the store, I saw him, and he just kind of called to me. And I sat and I stood there for a second thinking about how I was able to get, like, how I was able to stand in front of him. It was because of all the hard work my team had put into winning first the local competition and then the regional one here, which our high school had not advanced in many, many years. And we were bound to be one of the few teams that would represent a Mexican American community here in Texas in a state competition. That drive that we all had to defeat all the odds stacked against us and succeed was the only reason I was able to stand right in front of him and stare at him. And I started reflecting on how shitty this country treats minorities and how hate towards minorities is just a really, really common sentiment here in the US. This has been especially emphasized by the politics of the country that are going on right now, where fascism is on the rise and immigrants are the scapegoats this time. And I understand my place that, right, there's disadvantages that I may still not know about growing up. And I also understand that with my education, I want to better the situation for others who are just like me, because I wouldn't say I'm particularly the greatest there ever has been. There's people who are equally talented, if not more, than me, but they still weren't, like, I got lucky to be able to have this opportunity and get a degree, and others simply don't get that opportunity with, even when they have, I feel, deserved it more. So after graduating, I hope to give back to these communities and find ways to give opportunities and resources that Mexican American communities or just Latin American communities need here in the U.S. And yeah.